Ladies and gentlemen, there's a possibility that a second RTS link will be set up between Singapore and JB, and this could possibly be a game changer in the economies and the fortunes of the two countries in years to come. So let's watch on and see what is this story about. Is the second RTS link coming? Is it a hot air? Is it something that could possibly change the landscape of the two countries? Today we'll analyze it. And more importantly, I'll give you a few tips of how Singaporeans and Malaysians, especially Johorians, should take advantage of all this development that are happening rapidly over the next few years. And I need to say this, that when the tide is in your favor, better grab it because the tide will subside and you'll lose all these things. So Johor floated the second RTS link to connect Tuas and Iskandar Putri in a meeting with Prime Minister Lawrence Wong. And a target date of December 2026 has been set for the first Johor Baru Singapore RTS link to begin operation. So the Singapore Prime Minister, Mr. Lawrence Wong, and the Johor State Chief Minister, On Hafiz Ghazi, met in the Istana on 31st of July 2025. Now, for some people who don't know, the Chief Minister on Hafiz Ghazi is a very dynamic Chief Minister, and he's very on the ball. He goes down and check on things that are not good in the public infrastructure, the second link, the hospitals, the schools. I've never seen a Malaysian Chief of State that is so on the ball before. And he's now coming up with a proposal from their side to us and say that, let's have a second link. So the Johor state government has proposed the possibility of a second RTS link connecting Tuas and Iskandar Putri to enhance cross-border mobility. The state chief minister on Hafiz Ghazi said he floated several strategic proposals in a meeting with Prime Minister Lawrence Wong. In line with the region of Johor, now some people don't know who the region of Johor is the Crown Prince of Johor, a very influential person. Later we're going to talk about this. I put forward several strategic proposals, including connecting Tuas to Iskandar Putri via RTS2 system. He posted up in Facebook. He's quite serious about this. And more importantly, a target date of December 2026 has been set for the JB Singapore RTS link, which is at Johor and JB, to commence operation. The installation work for the rail system were about 56% completed as at end of June. So now is July is over. I think this will at least rise to 60 or 65%. And every time I drive past JB town and take a look, the constructions are just rapid, aggressive, and I think that this deadline is very serious. We are making good progress on major initiatives such as the JB Singapore RTS link and the Johor Singapore Special Economic Zone. These projects will boost cross-border flows, strengthen our economic linkages, and create more opportunities for our people. The Prime Minister of Singapore noted that the close ties between Johor and Singapore in areas such as the economy and environment, and even welcome greater cooperation to deliver real benefits on both sides of the causeway. Now, for some people who don't know, the Special Economic Zone is a huge zone. Now, it spans across an area even bigger than Singapore, and it starts all the way from Desaru, okay, and all the way to the left, Pasir Gudang, JB City, where we all love to go, Senai, okay, Sedenak, okay, Iskandar Putri, and Tanjong Pelapas, okay, and of course the controversial Forest City. Now, in this whole place, we are now encouraged big companies and big foreign institutions to set up base there to take advantage of the low cost of production. And I think this basically now opens up a new playground for Singapore. Let me do a quick commercial here as a distraction. I've set up a Telegram group called a Young Again Telegram group in the spirit of trying to inspire people to look young, feel young, and live young. Now, clearly, I have quite a lot of experience in this area. If you could take a look at my photographs, this 2019, 2024, and so on. I feel that this is an area that I can certainly add value to a lot of people. in this Telegram group where everybody comes in and share tips. I will be actively sharing my proven health tips. Every walk that I take so far, I posted it up, trying to encourage everybody. Yesterday, I clocked 20,000 steps. All the exercise, I've actually shown everybody how I do it, how I manage to do it is something I share. And I also share with everybody the skincare secrets to look young again, the food you should take and things like that. And we have got supplement secrets that we discover to restore youthfulness and vitality. And there's a lot of community wisdom that are gradually coming in right now and motivations. In one day, we have added 1,000 members in this community. I hope to grow it as big as the 186i community and revitalize a lot of people. A lot of people are really getting a lot of health benefits from some of my advice. I want to form a community in an organized way so that we can multiply it and make everybody young again. So please join my Telegram group, scan this QR code and hit subscribe. Let's go on back to the video. So to date, Johor has received more than 577 investment inquiry, with 70 investors showing serious interest, including 11 companies referred directly by Singapore investment agencies. And by the way, if I'm not wrong, most of these investors are talking about big, mega investment, not some Mr. Lu throw a few $100,000, that kind of thing. No, that's not called investment. The zone promises to fuel Singapore's strength in research and development with Singapore industrial muscles, land space, if cross-border challenges can be resolved. So the Chief Minister of Johor actually said that the state economy has grown by 6.4%. That's phenomenal. The highest in Malaysia, and cited investment worth $30 billion for the first quarter of 2025. So the Chief Minister of Johor also said that Mr. Lawrence Wong welcomed the progress of the Johor-Singapore Special Economic Zone and is bullish about stronger collaboration in areas like energy and logistics. And the Prime Minister of Singapore expressed openness to constructive review all the proposed initiative. Now, I don't know how this thing works, but rarely does Johor side propose initiative to Singapore. But I thought this is quite interesting that we have got Johor side proposing to Singapore, and I think it's something that we'll probably take a serious consideration in. So these discussions are very positive, and I'm confident that the meetings open up a new chapter on Singapore-Johor bilateral relations. So that's good news. So for those people who don't know, the RTS link right now has been built rapidly, right? And this is already an old photo, right? This is already old photo. They are already, building this thing rapidly, and I love to see the development. And I think there's lots of exciting things that will happen with the RTS link. It's going to be a game changer between the economies and the fortunes of the two countries for generations. And for those people who don't know, this is high level of the map. So the RTS link will start from Woodlands train station, okay? And there'll be a CIQ here. If I'm not wrong, what they're thinking of right now is just have one CIQ. That means that one location to clear both customs, and you go directly to the other side, you disembark and just drop off and go and do what you want without clearing the immigration again. That is something I saw in Hong Kong. I think in between London and France, Paris is also the same arrangement as well. So Bukit Changa station is where the JB one is, and this is where all the shopping centers are and things like that. Is most of us have already been to some of the shopping areas. So from here you can actually go to the JB Central station. It's not very far away. And by the way, just my favorite orthopedic is just within walking distance from this station, is somewhere around here. So this is a very big game changer between the fortunes of the two countries, and is coming up. Stop those critics. Stop thinking that this one may not whatsoever. I think it's passé, right? I think those critics will have their head checked out if you think that this thing is still going to get stalled. Now, just to share with everybody, having two links, okay, is not unusual. I'll just give you an example. Between Hong Kong and Shenzhen, there are also two links, right? Now one of them connecting between Hong Kong West Kowloon Station to Shenzhen North and Futian Station, while the East Rail Line connects between Shenzhen Luohu and Lok Ma Chau border crossing. So two train lines, okay, connecting Hong Kong and Shenzhen. So for Singapore to have two train lines, not unthinkable. And I think this will really enhance the connectivity. And I think if the train lines are connected, I think the days of a massive traffic jam is going to be over. So, by the way, of course, the sponsor of this whole proposal is the regent himself. This is the Crown Prince, and this is the currently both the Sultan of Johor and also the Agong, which is the King of Johor. I think he's playing probably more countrywide role right now, and the region is taking over more of the Johor development. The royal family of Johor, in particular, the Sultan of Johor and the Crown Prince, which is also called the regent, Tengku Ismail, exerts significant influence over the development of Johor, the Johor Singapore Special Economic Zone, and the RTS link. Their roles is both institutional and informal due to their economic interest, political connection, and constitutional authority in the state of Johor. So just to be very clear, a lot of people say, yeah, in Malaysia, the federal government keep changing, the prime minister keep changing, come another Dr. Mahathir equivalent, and then the whole thing will be stalled and things like that. Is that possible? Yes, I think it's possible. Nothing is impossible. But while the federal government in KL still retain the ultimate power over cross-border and federal infrastructure projects, okay, but they cannot block without consequences, okay. And of course, right now we have got Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, which is an incredible Prime Minister that is very pro-Singapore, helping the bridge to do things. So I'll just say this. There's never been a time like this where the two nations are so well connected. And I will just say this, almost like the wave, a tide that's rising in our favor. And I'll strongly encourage businessmen, investors to ride this wave when it's in your favor. Now, I got nothing to sell you. I got nothing to benefit when you invest in it. But based on my business and economic mind, this kind of opportunity is once in a lifetime, maybe even once in a generation opportunity. And I don't think I want to miss it. And I'll strongly encourage everybody to exploit this opportunity when you can. So this is where I'm saying, right? Take a first mover advantage. Now, a lot of Singaporeans can only think of investing in residential property, right? Okay. Now, I've already done that, okay, way ahead of other people in doing that. And the property prices are rising rapidly and madly and insanely. Not that I can reap the benefits because I intend to keep the house for a long time. But there is a lot of business and commercial property investments, retail space, businesses you can set up. There's a lot of first mover advantage that we can take right now before all this advantage get eroded away. So the key takeaway from this whole discussion, in my opinion, is this. The transportation link between Singapore and JB is just going to get better and better significantly. The renaissance, the whole economic boom in Shenzhen, Hong Kong, will likely to happen between Singapore and JB for sure. Okay. And it's not a matter of will or will not. I think it will. The degree of it and the flavor of it might change, but certainly the whole renaissance will happen in a big way. The political will between the two countries right now is very strong. And as small-time investors and businessmen, we must take advantage of this right now. Now, I'm very happy if businessmen in Malaysia, JB, would like to approach me and discuss some of this opportunity. In fact, some of them already approached me, and I'm very happy to meet all of them to discuss. But I'm not going to miss this opportunity. I'm already making plans for it. So I think that the commercial investment opportunity, the business opportunity are better than just plain old residential property investment. Okay, that one I cannot say it won't reap benefit, but I'm less excited about that one. Okay, I think that Singaporeans and Johorians must take advantage of this once in a lifetime opportunity and potentially build something that can have generations benefit. Okay, so what do you think of this? Please put your comments in, and we're happy to discuss this in live stream tonight as well. Thank you, and goodbye.